Action. Oh.
Action.
Sorry. It's because we're doing the video for the first time. So I was like doing the countdown. We're back. Again.
I don't think these people are ever gonna believe us.
Alright.
We sound like the girl who cried wolf. We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back.
It's not girl, it's boy.
Oh, boy?
It's boy who cried wolf.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I don't fully know this.
Well, we're on YouTube for the first time.
Hi,
Hello,
YouTube. So that means if you're used to listening to us and you want to watch us,
You can watch us now.
go watch us on our YouTube channel. It's going to be called the same thing, right?
Yeah, we're still
Ethan
gonna
and
keep.
Jess Show.
Yeah, it's still gonna be the same thing.
Go
It's gonna
search
be
for
us doing things. This is probably the first time you probably see our faces.
I mean, I guess.
If you listen to us audio, if this is the first time, if this is
And
the
you
first
listen
time,
to us from a different country.
yeah, first time seeing our faces. Besides,
Hello.
probably like our default pictures. Like I
Yeah.
mean, not the default. I don't know the cover art picture
The
that we
art,
have.
yeah, which you can barely see our faces.
Yeah.
So.
So this is us.
If you want to go see our faces, go check out our YouTube channel.
And no, I do not have this mustache because of the whole Top Gun shit. I did this before Top Gun.
God, here we
All
go.
right. So.
Here we go.
All right. Just so we know.
All right.
And yes, I do look like a young Mr. Potato Head. Leave me alone.
A young Steve Harvey.
Nah, it's not a young Steve. See, because Steve Harvey's just like.
Okay.
They just, you know what? She just took that because her nephew told her one time, the first time I cut it.
It's a short podcast. Can we move on?
All right, fine.
Here we go. He was about to go on a rant. But we're back. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We always say the same thing. I feel kind of dumb saying we're back. Not gonna lie.
No. I don't know what to say then.
We're here.
Well, yeah, fine. We're here.
We're here bringing another podcast to you. Another episode. I mean, not another podcast. Another episode. Thank you to all who have been listening to our other episodes. Hopefully you can't hear that dog in the background.
Yeah, there's some random dog barking. See, listen, this is what it is. It's our neighbor's dog that are kind of creeps, but
what do you mean creeps?
They're creepy.
Oh, our neighbors.
Yeah, they're creepy. Not because we live in a 3-story house per se. There's a 3-family. It's not like a 3-family. It's like a 2-family and then a single apartment. So we live in the single apartment.
This is a 3-story house.
Yeah, but it's not like a 3-family. There's not we don't live in this isn't a family unit. This is like a couple's single person's unit.
Okay, that's not how it goes, but sure.
Whatever.
I don't think he understands the purpose of a multifamily
house.
Okay,
it's a multifamily house. Anyways, the people that live next door have a dog, and they're just kind of creepy. I don't know.
They're creepy, but their dog is annoying to
yeah,
it off.
I think they I don't know. I think they kind of abandon. I think they kind of abuse their dog. But
what?
I don't know.
You never said that.
Yeah, I never told you that. Well,
no.
Listen, for a dog to be out there by themselves barking 24/7.
So he's out there all the time?
Yeah, he's always barking out there, and they never do anything about it.
Yeah. No, you know what is creepy about that house next door? That when it gets dark, they have these at Christmas time back in the day, they used to have these lights that you would put in the window seals.
The little candles at the windows.
The little fake candle lights. So they have those in every single window in this house, and you can't see anything inside.
But I don't know why. Listen, I don't know why we're kind of surprised by this. We live in Salem, so it's it's kind of bound to see not.
We see weird shit.
Yeah, you see weird shit here.
Luckily we don't.
You see weird shit everywhere, but specifically,
we'll see.
Here,
The weirdest shit we see is just fucking cat association in our backyard.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I think for some reason
even though they haven't been back in that circle that you found them in one day.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, our backyard and our driveway is a cat meetup spot. There'll be 5 of them just laying on the driveway, in the middle of the driveway, just like hanging out and like catching like
And like talking
suns.
to each other, like
Yeah,
legitimately, like
and like tanning. I saw like 3 of them tanning the other day. I'm like, what the fuck
yeah.
is
The other
this?
day there was like 2 of them just hanging there, and they're just like, "Oh, you're here."
Yeah, they're just like, oh shit, what's up? Like if
Like they live here.
yeah, like you would have thought they paid rent here too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, besides that, it's just like the cats. Yeah, but besides that, besides like creepy neighbors and the cats, it's not that bad.
And they're not that creepy, to be honest.
Nah.
Like we've had worse neighbors.
Yeah, we'd probably have
yeah,
worse
no,
neighbors.
they're not creepy. But whatever, that's besides the point. So we're here today with a new episode. So are we gonna break the news or no?
Should we do it?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm so not used to video, so I'm sorry that like most of the time I'm probably not gonna be looking at the camera in this episode because I'm not used to this.
So, I don't know if we should, because okay. Oh wait, we can't say. All
Yeah,
right,
we can say, we're just not gonna say the part that our family doesn't know yet.
Yeah. So.
Because we can't say that part.
We are expecting a baby.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm just kidding.
That is the news.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we are. Damn, that's kind of weird to share now.
Yeah, I know. I feel like now I'm putting it out there in public, like officially.
Yeah, the only people that really know are just our families.
Yeah.
Our families.
Our families, and then like yeah, it's basically
That's
like
it.
a family, yeah, and like maybe like some close friends, but that's really about it.
Yeah.
On my end, but yeah, we found out February.
What the fuck, babe? February?
March. Was it March? April.
Yeah, babe. It was.
I don't
April.
know. It just feels like it's like I don't know.
It feels like it's been forever,
Yeah.
but it hasn't, because the thing is that we found out really early on. So if you look at me, which if you're watching us through through YouTube, there is nothing really there yet.
No.
I am just like bloated right now. Like you can't see a belly. I mean, if you're not watching us through YouTube, to try to explain through audio, but I am very much pregnant. And so the thing is that it's very early on, because we found out super early on. We both found out April 6th, and the only reason why I know that is because my niece's birthday was the day before, and then the next day was when I had a doctor's appointment because I wasn't feeling good. And, yeah. And I was only 4 weeks then. So right now I'm 15 weeks, which means I'm like, what? I'm good at math. It's like 3 months and like 3 weeks or something. Or like 2 weeks or something. Something like that. 3 weeks. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so we just passed the point of being able to tell other people besides our immediate family. Like other family besides our immediate family. Which is why we are finally here announcing it.
Yeah. Like at first I didn't understand. I'm like, oh, what do you want to be? I'm secretive about it and all that. Obviously, from a person that's like I don't know about babies, really.
Oh yeah, this is our first kid. If we never explained that we don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any kids. Like the last baby that I really had in my family was probably like my younger cousin, and that was like when I was 16.
And he's like 11, 12 now, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was 2010. I'm 28 now, so that just goes to show how long ago. But even then, like, I wasn't really asking, like, certain questions. Like, I didn't know that, like, you're not... I mean, I guess you can, but you're not supposed to share early. Some people wait even until, like, borderline, like, 6-7 months to even say something.
But most people wait until at least the 3 months, because the 3 months is, like, the first trimester, where like you are still like, a lot of people, you obviously can miscarry at any moment, but you're more in the higher percentage of potentially miscarrying and all of that stuff. So most people hold off until after those 3 months. And we told our immediate families pretty early on, because I mean my mom and my sister knew the day of, because this was very much not anything expected in either of our lives.
Nah, we weren't trying to have a baby at all.
Not at all.
Right now.
I mean, not at all in this moment.
Yeah. Maybe we were like saying like,
7 years, 5 years.
Yeah. Probably like at least like, I expected at least to be 30. Jess was maybe going to be 33 or 34. Like not anytime now. But we obviously, when I found out, obviously, the typical reaction, I kind of freaked out. I had a moment. We both had moments. Yeah. We each had our moment, and but it only lasted probably for like a few hours, really.
For Ethan, yeah, I guess the day of. For me, it definitely, like, oddly enough, usually it's the other way around. For me, it's been really, really tough. Luckily, not as much anymore. But we planned, so that was in the beginning of April, and at the end of April is my birthday, and then in the beginning of May, right after, like, a week later, is Ethan's birthday. And usually we always plan a trip during that time, so we celebrate our birthdays. And this year we were going to Italy. And up until the moment that, like, we were in Italy and came back was where I was finally, like, better. Because before going to Italy, I was struggling hardcore. And I don't mean, like pregnancy symptoms. Like, I mean, like, emotionally, like processing the fact that I'm pregnant and, like, this was not the time that I wanted to ever be pregnant. So I know that sounds, I hope that it doesn't sound horrible. It's not that, like, I know that people could be like, oh, but you could, like, take care of that. That's not an option for me. Like, I always knew if it happened that wouldn't be an option for me to, like, abort. I get it, and I respect anyone else who does. Like, that's your own decision, but that was never really a decision that I would want to make. Or, like, that wouldn't be my decision. But it was still hard. Like, it was still hard to, like, accept the fact that this was actually happening when it wasn't something I wanted right now in my life. But I just can't come up to the point of ever being like, well, like, I would feel too selfish to get rid of someone that is a part of both of us.
Yeah. But, yeah, now it's like, I mean, I always, obviously, when she told me, obviously, I'm like, I knew she was never going to even, like, that was never going to be a thought in her head because you've always said it. She's always told me that, like, she would never. So, like, I wasn't, like, that was never, like, oh, like, she's going to abort it.
Yeah.
But, it was different. I felt like it was, like, different once, obviously, we're in the situation. So, I was like, damn, like, and I saw her reaction, she was like, she showed up crying.
We thought I had stomach cancer or something.
Well, yeah, because so what had happened was that she was already, like, feeling weird. She already was, like, had, like, feel like, kind of like stomach pains, wasn't it?
I was at work one day and I was wearing, like, high-waisted jeans. And before that, I was feeling, like, nauseous, like, early in the morning and stuff when I would wake up. And I was just feeling off and I hadn't gotten my period. But before this, there were months that would happen where, like, I wouldn't get my period right away and it was, like, normal. And so I was like, oh, it might just be one of those months. And so then that time I was, like, not too concerned about it. It had only been a few days that I was missing my period. But I was feeling weird. And then that day at work, I was wearing, like, high-waisted pants. And I was working on something, like kind of crouched over a little bit more than usual. And I was fine throughout the day until that moment. I was, like, working there for, like, a little over an hour. And then I got up. And I just felt, like, nauseous and, like, this horrible pain on the side of my stomach. Like, this pain that was just, like, I had never felt a pain like that. And so I was, like, worried. And I literally kind of freaked out because, like, I got the pain and the nausea. And I just, like, it was off for me. Like, it was not, like, a cramp. Like, it was different. And oddly enough, that pain lasted all day until, like, I went to bed, and this was like around noon, and I went to bed like around like 10 o'clock at night, and that pain, it lingered. It wasn't as bad anymore, but it lingered all day. And so since obviously I had been nauseous before and all that, like I knew I had to like, try to figure out what is this, like what's going on. And at first, like, I'm like, is there something wrong with my ovaries? Like maybe I have a cyst. Like I was like, maybe I could be pregnant, and it's like an ectopic pregnancy, which is like when it's out of like, I think like the ovarian tube or something, aka like you wouldn't be able to have the baby, you would have to miscarry or like, forcefully. So I thought it was something like that, or like something worse. And obviously when I got home, I mean, the moment I found out, which my doctor didn't even think, because TMI, but I got checked out, down there, and she told me she saw something that she was like, oh, it looks like you're about to start your period. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And she's like, but let's just do a urine test just to make sure. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, there was really no solution to the pain. She's like, if it happens again, then you just let us know and we'll do an ultrasound. And I was like, oh. I kind of felt like dumb going, because I was like, oh, this was such a waste of time, because like in reality, nothing really happened. And then literally I go pee, come back, and like a minute or two later, she comes back and she's like, well, you are actually pregnant. And she really didn't think I was going to come out positive. And that's immediately when I started just crying, and I cried the entire time. Even when I got home, I was like bawling my eyes out.
So then, while she's at the appointment, obviously I'm like texting her and be like, hey, like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, how are you? And then like no response. So I'm thinking it's obviously something way worse, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I remember I had told my mom that I'm like, oh yeah, Jess is going to the doctors. I'm like, she's been feeling weird. Oh, I think I had talked to her that morning. I forgot. I'm like, yeah, Jessica's at the doctor's, because she like has been having some stomach pains, and like she doesn't know what's going on, so she's gonna go check it out. And she's like, oh really? And like we were just talking about that. And then she's like, oh well, like keep me updated on what happens. I'm like, okay. And then that's where I had texted her, and I'm like, hey, like how are you? Like I found it weird that she hasn't like, cause usually like she will text me, or like she usually does text if I do text her, if she's at the doctor's or whatever. Like so I found it weird when she didn't respond. So I thought it was like the last thing I really thought was that she was gonna be pregnant. I thought it was more like something like, yeah, like I'm like, dude, what is it, like stomach cancer or something? And she's just like doesn't want to say anything. So then I hear her get home, and I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? I'm like, she didn't even text me or anything. She didn't even say anything.
Or like call.
Or even call me when she got out. So then I come downstairs and she's crying. And I'm already thinking, I'm like, fuck, then it must be like,
something serious.
Something serious. And then she's just like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, shit. And I'm like, yeah.
It is something serious.
It is, but like...
Obviously, yeah, nothing compared to...
Yeah,
like,
I thought
God
it was
forbid.
like, I guess my mind was like going the way to something worse than even pregnancy, I guess.
Yeah, something scary.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm like... So then, yeah, obviously, I kind of had my episode. I kind of like cried for a bit, because I felt like in my mind I'm like, damn, that's it, my life is over. I'm like, I need to figure out how to get more money now. Like I just had like 1,000 like all these different things just running through my head in that moment, that I'm like, fuck, I don't even know. Like I felt like I'm like, well, that's it. I felt like I started crying. I'm like, my current life is over. This life that I have is done. But then, I got over it relatively quick, and
yeah. And
then now, like, yeah, now I'm here, and like now I don't really feel like my life is over, obviously, like at all. That's the last thing I feel now. Like, if anything, I'm just like, I'm really excited to have this baby. I'm really excited to meet the baby, and and kind of start this new chapter in our lives. But it was definitely a scary moment at first when I first found out. But,
yeah.
I guess it just made it harder when we couldn't really tell our families right away, because I was around my family probably like twice, I want to say, before we started sharing the news. So it was.
But you told your sister that same week.
Oh, I had told my sister. Okay, so I told my sister, but then it was like funny because
Your mom, you didn't.
my mom didn't know, and then like my grandmother's been dying for. I'm one out of like 12 grandkids, so my grandmother's been dying for like one of us to have kids already, and we're all like relatively like close in age. And I remember my grandmother's like, "Wow, Ethan, like like you're getting up there in age. Maybe it's time like you kind of start a family." But if it was up to her, I would have started a family at like 20. So like, for her, like, I'm 28, but I might as well be 40. So yeah, it was like ironically how she had said that. I'm like, well, little do you know, I am.
And you already knew in that moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In that moment, I already knew. Yeah. That was like a week or two after, I want to say, after we got in the news. So.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy times. I mean, our lives aren't over, thankfully. It was very unexpected. It was just, this was never like, we never had a plan, but this was just like not the time frame that we ever expected. We figured later on we would want children. Obviously, if we were like still together, the plan was to still be together. But just not anyone else in the picture anytime soon.
Yeah.
But I mean, God has different plans for us, and we just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Realistically. And we do know what we're having. We're just not sharing that.
Right now, just because like our family don't know, and then last thing we need is like maybe just like a family member to watch this and then find out through here.
Oh yeah, no. You're getting the gender reveal soon. We're having our gender reveal in about 2 weeks from now, but we know we're the only ones that know, and it was not supposed to be that way. We
got impatient and
we couldn't wait. We got the results super early.
We just got impatient, and then we decided to look.
And nowadays you can just go to a portal and see, and that's the problem. Instead of like someone sending an envelope to your house or you going to pick it up. So that was the thing. We got the results super quick, and we were both here, and we were just like, fuck it. Let's see. So we know, but we are having a gender reveal to tell our families in about 2 weeks, and I'll try to get video of that, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll try to start eventually vlogging and stuff. And
yeah, so go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's
Ethan and Jess Show.
It's an Ethan and Jess Show.
Or maybe just Ethan and Jess, I don't know. But just search us, you'll find us.
We're on there. What else?
Yeah, like, this is our new life, and this is our new journey, and I'm not going to say, oh, we're back for the podcast, because clearly, guys, we've done that before, and it just seems like a lie. But we're here, and now more than ever, we have a lot of shit to talk about.
And we're going to try, obviously. Like, we're going to try to be, at least to be as consistent and do this once a week.
I'm not even going to say that. Just hold on till the next episode. We'll see when the next episode comes. Because last time we said that we're going to try. Well, what did we try? Nothing. So, hold off. Please keep listening. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not subscribed. If you're on Spotify and shit, go listen to our podcast if you don't want to watch it.
We're on Spotify.
We're on iTunes. Is that even called? No, Apple Podcasts.
Oh, Apple Podcasts. I don't know. I'm sorry, iTunes. What else are we on?
All the other ones.
Anchor. What else?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, we're
on all of them.
We're on most podcast platforms.
Yeah. So if you don't want to watch our video, you can. If you found us on YouTube and you don't want to see our faces anymore, you can just go listen to us. But if you listen to us and you want to see our faces, then go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel will be having different stuff because we are going to be vlogging. So, and the gender reveal will be coming soon.
So it'll be like a mix of like podcast, vlogging. So
yeah. But especially with this new journey in our lives, because we want to share this process, and maybe one day our kid will watch this.
Yeah.
And he or she will hear this whole story on how we found out that we are having them. So, but this one's going to be a shorter one. I think from here on out, they might be a little bit shorter. And yeah. Thank you for listening, or thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we will be back soon, hopefully.
Yes. We'll catch you up on the next episode. Bye.